Hey everyone, it's Jenny at goinggear.com, and I have the Spark SX5 headlamp. You can actually get this in a cool white or a neutral white in the light. The cool white actually has a higher lumens than the neutral white. The neutral white's at 320, the cool white's at 350 at its max, but this is 320. You get a little pamphlet of information on it and tell you how to use it. Also, you get a pouch to store it away when you're not using it. Pretty just handy. And then you have the headlamp itself and the headband that attaches to it. Really awesome light for numerous reasons, but the biggest reason is the fact that you have multiple battery choices. And I think that's what's going to win a lot of people over for this headlamp. You have the battery pack on the back, as you see, and then the lamp in the front. And on the battery pack, it actually tells you what batteries will work. If I can get it to focus. You can use one 26-650, 3 AA's, or 3 AA's. And for your AA and your AAA, it does include a rack for them to put them on, to insert. So that's for the AA. I actually have the AAA batteries in here. As far as the lumens and output of the light, it does not affect it. It stays at 320 as its maximum lumens. The only difference is depending on what type of battery you're using, will it affect the longevity of it. Depending on the battery, depending on how long your light will last. So for your smaller batteries, you're probably going to have a shorter life. Also though, what makes this great headlamp wonderful is that you not only have these options, but you also have some additional options. Of course, these two things are separate and you have to purchase them separate, but you could also get an AC adapter, a chargeable AC adapter for 18650s, and then your 18650 battery pack, as you can see here, is actually in a pouch for you that you can attach to your belt loop and then attach to your headlamp and then insert here. Also, what makes this great is that you can also use CR123s. Now, it does suggest that you do not use the rechargeable CR123s as it could cause circuit issues within your headlamp. So restrict it to using rechargeable 18650s, 18650s, or regular CR123s if you choose to go this route. But like I said, this is an optional addition and it is extra. So back to the headlamp itself. As you noticed and we've just discussed, you have your battery pack in the back and your headlamp on the front. You do have the strap that goes over, not just around. And some people don't really like this, but I think for this headlamp, it's a good idea. It just keeps it balanced. You cannot remove it, so if that's a big deal to you, this might not be the headlamp for you, but it by no means is a downfall. The battery pack and the headlamp are made out of an aluminum alloy, and the headlamp is just one solid piece that you just kind of turn to rotate depending if you want to shoot it down or up. It's just one piece set within this rubber casing, and then you have a soft on-off switch on top to turn it on and off. Your lamp is basically connected to its battery pack by this waterproof sealed latch. You just unhook it, and also this is where you'll attach your 18650 battery pack if you wish. Really easy, you just slide it back in, snap it in, and then seal it up by screwing it on. Then you still have a waterproof headlamp. So this will definitely take or do well in the water as well as in the rain if you plan on being caught out in the rain with it. It's lightweight, so you're not really going to feel it too much on your head. Now, there is one other thing. This doesn't really have an attachment to the side here. It will hang as you're wearing it. And as far as it's not necessarily a downfall, it's more about a preference. If you don't like that, this might not be the light for you. So now onto the lamp as far as its brightness. It's really easy to use. Like I said, you have a highest lumens of 320. You have 4 modes and then on top of that a super mode. So just to access them, you turn it on, and then to access through the different modes, you hold the button down, and as you can see, it climbs through the different modes. Also, depending, it doesn't matter which mode you're in at the time. If you want to go to the super high mode, all you have to do is double click and then it'll go up. And then double click again and return to the previous mode that you were in. So I'm like in a medium low, so we'll double click and I'm immediately at my high. Double click again, I'm back to that medium low. The same goes as well as when you're turning it on and off. It's going to memorize what you had it on last. So I had it on that medium low. I'm going to go up. I had it on its high. It'll return to the high. So that's really helpful too when you're using it, especially if you just want to turn it off momentarily, then return to that same brightness. But I'm going to take it outside and actually let you see the throw on it and just see it in the dark. See how it looks and give you a little information on how it feels. So let's go outside. So I'm outside with the Spark SX5 headlamp, and I've got it on its lowest setting, but I don't think you can really see it that well. Just vaguely. You're not getting much light on it. But now let's jump it up some. And now I've got it on its second mode, as you can see there. And there's a little bit of distance. It won't really focus for me like I want. You can pretty much see right in the front of you. And then we're going to go up to the next mode. It gets a little bit brighter, and I can see a little bit further, but not too much further. Just more of my immediate surroundings. And then let's go up to its highest, which I have it at right now, or its high mode, should I say, not even its highest. You do have a super mode, as I mentioned earlier, but I'm getting some really good distance on it. Maybe not such great detail as far as you go, but I'm definitely getting some distance. So we'll zoom into some of the spots, just so you can see how far. Now you know it's a tree, but it's not necessarily in great detail. Then I'm going to double click it, and then now I'm on its super high mode, which you can't really tell a huge difference. It was a very vague difference, but still nonetheless there was a difference there. I'll double click back down to high. So this is the Spark SX5. It does have a good throw on it. You're not going to get major detail in a far distance, but you're definitely going to get some good light coverage around you. And you can find this along with other great products at goinggear.com.